Hello and welcome. I'm Sara Bachmeier, the author of Egyptian Numerology, Emergence into the Fifth Dimension. And I'm really excited to announce that I just sent out my second book for publication, and it's called The Path of the Wounded Healer. Liberation is for the asking. And I'm hoping that it's released this year in 2020 because I'm grateful for the enormous magical creative energy that I was able to tap into this year as a result of it being a universal master number 22-4 year. And many of you know me as the instructor of the mentorship program called Uncover and Discover Your Soul Life Agreement and Manifest Your Destiny with Egyptian Numerology. It is always a privilege and an honor to bring these videos to you. And I appreciate all of your interaction that's going on in the group. And I want to thank you for keeping the energy raised while all of us are coming to a closing of a very impactful year. Since November is the 11th month in our calendar year, today's video is on the master number 11 and its relationship to the wounded healers. In Egyptian numerology, the number 11 symbolizes an activation code, an awakening, and a message from the higher realms. The number 1 is similar to the letter I and represents intuition, illumination, intelligence, and inspiration. And those of us magnetized by this energy answer a higher calling by tuning into the voice of spirit. The number 11 represents two pillars, a gateway opening a direct portal between inspiration and illumination. When these two pillars are activated, it creates a momentum for manifestation. When examining the number 1, it is the only number that is completely straight up and down, just like a column or an antenna. The number 1 is in unobstructed channel of energy or a direct conduit between the spiritual and the physical world. It is the number of initiations, inventions, and new beginnings, which flows to us in the form of ideas and inspiration. When this number is doubled, the energy becomes exponentially powerful, and it is the master number of creations, expression, and manifestation. When it appears in our numerology chart, we were born with a spiritual calling to walk a path of authenticity and to help others. The 11 is auspicious and does not follow the same guidelines as other numbers do. They are meant to break the rules, open doors to the soul. People with 11 energy will be given the opportunity in their lifetime to achieve a spiritual awakening, and because we all have free will, some may even choose to keep these doors closed. But the problem with not moving forward will cause anguish in some area of our life. And this is why I wrote the book, The Path of a Wounded Healer. It's to encourage all warriors of the light to answer your calling. Because when the pain of avoidance is greater than the fear of becoming, a shift will occur. All master numbers use master number 11 as their base code of epics because all master numbers are a multiple of the number 11. And if you have a master number above the number 11, you can refer to the properties of the 11-2 in addition to the master number you are seeking. It is important to understand the frequencies of the master number 11 because all master numbers carry this quality as their base structure. And you can find the meaning behind specific master numbers 11 through 99 in my book, Egyptian Numerology, Emergence into the Fifth Dimension. So people carrying these powerful forces do not fully mature into their energy until the age of 40 or older. And until then, they are working through the lessons of the lower number in the equation. These lessons are a prerequisite and very necessary to fully establishing the enormous power offered by the higher number. If the lessons are not learned before the master number activates, there are always difficulties and challenges in handling the energy. It's really powerful. The universe will thrust us into circumstances demanding that we grow. We set up timelines, cycles, people, places, and events to occur in order to keep us aligned with our mission and our purpose. And those of us that chose to be a wounded healer will intuitively know that we are here to do big things. So master number 11 represents the wounded healer, and my name for those holding this frequency in their chart is the prophet. A wounded healer is a person who specifically contracted before birth to undergo challenges and even hardships that often can lead to disabilities, trauma, PTSD, illness, and even the period called the dark night of the soul. And the reason behind these unpleasant life circumstances are to achieve the vital lessons, come out the other side, gain empathy and compassion, to connect with others, and to be of service to humankind at a large capacity. By overcoming their challenges, they enter the golden chamber of honor, which allows them to bask in divine light and become a channel for eternal oneness with Source. Only advanced souls with a high spiritual directive choose to be born under these powerful frequencies. Our higher selves, our angels, and even spirit guides would never allow us to be born under these commanding forces unless convinced that we have the experience, the stamina, foresight, and ability to use our potential wisely and for the highest good of all involved. The true power of these numbers lie in the magic of transformation, because when they transmute their challenges, they automatically raise the consciousness of the masses. Energetically and on a collective conscious level, when one person heals from these experiences, it helps heal hundreds of thousands of victims that are still held hostage by their suffering, fears, inner demons, and conflicts. Therefore, it is considered one of the highest honors given to human existence. Past life healing and soul awareness lets us evolve faster when we heal the wounds that are constantly repeating while moving through this life with more guidance and understanding. And that is powerful. In one lifetime, we hold the power to heal hundreds of past, current, and future versions of ourselves. And not only that, but in healing ourselves and breaking patterns, we release our ancestors and children from suffering these patterns, and we repair the world in the process. And this is literally one of the most profound conditions we are here to accomplish. We are here to awaken to this potential, clear these lives, and birth a new earth. A place where people are raised in love, awareness, healing, and soul. The beginning of salvation for humanity always starts with ourselves. Of course, we are all given free will, and some individuals that carry these frequencies will not always serve the light. As we have found in the past, there are those who have used those powers against the light and have caused harm instead of healing. And there are those souls who do not make it through the dark night of the soul, and they choose to terminate their incarnation early. The wounded healer of the master number 11 is more karmic than single-digit numbers. They come into this lifetime specifically to work off past karma. They often must transcend more difficulties to excel in life, and many are original thinkers, end up working alone, or find themselves in a position to defend their ideas against a hostile majority. Frequently, they isolate themselves from ordinary society because they feel so misunderstood, and they do not have a desire to lead a normal life. And at times, they end up fighting against the tide their entire lives because they view trying to fit into a world that they do not understand as being way too painful. Statistically, a small percentage of people are born with number 11 in their birth chart. Yet, they tend to gravitate and congregate in areas where spiritual awareness is encouraged. When out of balance and working out of their lowest energy vibration, they can be self-centered, insecure, codependent, reclusive, depressive, and express various addiction tendencies. Their lessons are meant to teach them to open up to their deeper sensitivity and empathic abilities. Trusting and strengthening their highly developed intuition brings them closer to nature, angels, and spirit guides, and it opens their awareness to the outer realms, such as animals and the elemental kingdom. They are here to listen to their inner voice and to channel higher wisdom. Although many 11s have tough and incredibly challenging lives with little to encourage a spiritual path, they ultimately find the tenacity and extraordinary strength to match all the challenges that they have incurred. These avant-garde and visionary individuals make great students, psychics, mystics, healers, teachers, writers, musicians, and artists. They have outstanding channeling, psychic abilities, and a special connection with higher source, which allows wisdom to pour through them. The lower number, which is the number 2 of the master number combination, is a prerequisite for the power of the higher frequency 11. It is important to understand that simply having a master number in your birth chart does not qualify anyone as having something of significance. It is merely an opportunity for one to choose a door to enter through and a frequency to master. The number 2 in this combination is a doorway that leads to the magic frequency of the number 11. When speaking of energy, I mentioned the duality concept involved, especially when the number 2 appears in the sequence. There are high and low vibrations available to us with any number. The energy and accessing the higher frequencies of a number will always depend on how evolved we are on the spiritual realm. Keeping in mind that we attract the same vibration that we exist on at any given moment. It is crucial to always heighten our vibration and encourage everyone on the 11 path to raise their energy field. So let us look at the number 2 and how evolving spiritually prepares us for the magic available through the master number 11. In the Roman numeral 2, this number appears as 2 ones standing side by side, and so is the symbol of the number 11. The number 2 resonates with balance, peace, beauty, justice, creativity, and the union of 2 equal ones coming together to form a relationship. This is a time for all of us to step into alignment with our true calling. Every number frequency has a specific purpose to fulfill, and we come together not by chance, but by providence. If there is one thing that I have learned, it is to believe in our dreams and step out of our comfort zone to make them a reality. By opening our awareness to the possibility of greatness, we become one moment closer to choosing the life we are born to live. So allow me to help you transform the world by evolving into your destiny. You can contact me to learn more about your soul life agreement at www.egyptiannumerology.org. Thank you for joining me today, and have a blessed week. Namaste.